Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. We're not number one. God is. We may not be the best, but our purpose is to lead you to the best. Jesus Christ. www.rapfestradio.com. Old school to new school. Classics to exclusives. Gospel hip-hop music and videos. Live video interviews Monday nights at 8 p.m. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Watch. Learn. Love. Support. Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com.
I'm standing here in Central Park shortly after the amazing initiative God Belongs to My City mobilized nearly 1,500 teenagers to peacefully walk and pray from City Hall, then to the United Nations, Times Square, Rockefeller Center, and concluding here. Gospel rapper Andy C. Light Mineo has a bit more to share of this massive movement. This is David Ham, GBIMC News, New York City.
In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it.
Look, Psalms 14:1, you know, he says in his heart, God don't exist. Fudo, who created the stars, planets like ours, Pluto and Mars. You need the proof though, the truth is so in the art. This the living God that I serve, made everything in a minute with a single word. If you're taking care of the beast and even the birds, if it's taking care of the people, a greater work. Don't you see our sin brought a curse? Christ redeemed us, now I know my prayers work. Since we believe he interceded, we are soldiers in army, our sergeant is he. Our weapons are not carnal, yo, we start on our knees. We are a movement of the young, on fire and we zealous for the honor of our Father that's in heaven. Bring him
in my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it. In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it.
God, I'm so unashamed. This world thinks we insane, 'cause we be living like in this life it's about Christ and the dyer's gain. We denying the fame, don't retire, we aim till our last breath to go and confess the Messiah's name. So thy kingdom come, will be done in the city till we see him in the Holy One. That's where the homie from, but I know I can't be the only one. Any believers in here, show me some. Get your hands up for the Holy Son. Fuck that beating, now you know we defeated. Go and read it, man, we already know we won. There's power when your people will gather just to come seek ya. Then ask for your forgiveness, admitting we truly need ya. Taking the gospel to the ends of the earth, searching for hearts, but first I think we gon' start right.
In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it. In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it.
So Father, teach us how to pray, not just ramble off with a wish list. Make us still and listen, give us holy ambitions. We're called and commissioned, your work here isn't finished. While we're living, then we'll never ever fit in. Misfits, blessing those who hate us, praise you in our affliction. The way they see us love one another is our distinction. They take you off our dollars and out the Pledge of Allegiance, but they'll never take praise out the mouth of believers.
In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it. In my city, that's where God belongs. In my city, 'cause you run it anyway, you run it. In my city,
He run it, he run it, he run it, he run it.
in my city.
Yo, welcome to Rapfest Radio on a Monday night here, rapfestradio.com. If you're watching us, join the chat room where you can have your comments and questions sent to us. Alice is holding down a chat room. In the house today, we have Doubledge in the building. You just seen E from on the In My City song, and they're here. I think they want to just kick it off with a song or something before we start talking.
Let's do it.
Go ahead. I'm not singing, though.
Who we are.
He's like, what are we doing?
Said that nothing good would ever come, could ever come from this place. Misunderstood. See, I wish they could. I wish they could see us now. Can they see us now? Can they see us now? So we are amazing. We're rising stars. We're sons of liberty. Yeah, that's who we are. And they said that no one would receive us when we would come united, one voice. We stand for Jesus, and He's already overcome. Can they hear us now? So can they hear us now? That's who we are. Remains in need. We're rising stars. We're sons of liberty. See, that's who we are. Remain in need. We're rising stars. We're sons of liberty. Yeah, that's who we are. We are. Can they see us now? Can they hear us now? Can they see us now? And can they hear us now? That's who we are. That's who we are. That's who we are. That's who we are. And that's who we are. Who we are. That's 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 who we are.
Yo, that's crazy. We're going to have Double Edge here every week on Monday to open up with a live song, acoustic. You guys can leave now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yo, this Double Edge here, you know, we were excited to have him here because they've been a pretty major part in hip-hop recently. You know, part of it even being the Sea Light song, which you guys just saw, where you see E from singing on the hook. There's another song that came out recently with Molly Music and Ambassador called Go Misfits Go, which they were part of. So I wanted to pick their brains a little bit about their music. And also, they're going to be part of a big event that's coming up. So, you know, that's what we want to talk about, man. What's going on, guys?
It's been a long time, you know. I'm sure people probably wondering what's going on with DE, and you know, last thing we heard of them, I think the last thing we did was maybe a few months ago, and we want to come here, kind of set the record straight, and plus give some information on what we've been up to, where we're headed, and where we're going, and what God is doing in our individual lives, and. We kind of been taking a break, man, you know? I mean, God has been really doing a new thing in our lives, and I believe in seasons, and I believe that God has shifted us, and I think all of us are in a different season of our life. But like you said, we have an opportunity to minister at the Fuel Conference. And, you know, and that's a big thing, you know, because they got some pretty heavy hitters there. They got Hillsong is going to be there, Canton Jones is going to be there, and you know, yours truly, Double Edge.
Yeah, we're gonna have Pastor Jacob. Pastor Jacob is gonna be here next week to talk more about it. You know, the Fuel Conference, for those who don't know, it's a Fuel student conference. So it's more than just music, even though we mentioned some artists, but there's gonna be some training and some seminars and stuff as well. I think there's still registration open. I think you can still register for it. It's only a couple of weeks away. But you could go check the website, fuelconf.com, I believe it is. Good information I give you, right? But I mean, that's what the ministries are about, you know, being able to pour into other ministries and also help out, not just at concerts, but also conferences when you pour into people's lives. Now, you mentioned something. You said you wanted to say, like, where we've been, where we're at, where we're going. So why don't we talk about maybe a little bit of where we've been and where we're at right now?
All right. Oh, cool. Where we've been, I think we've just been hidden, you know, in God's presence. You know, like I said, you know, God, we've had so many opportunities last year and I think the year before that, and God opened so many doors for us, and it's funny because even in the greatest time of DE in terms of just doors opening, we were also experiencing, you know, some of the greatest trials, you know, of our lives, and but thank God, you know, we were able to stand, and we're here today, you know. So when I say we're hitting, sometimes you just gotta like fall back, you know, and allow the Lord to just rejuvenate you and pour into your life. You know, we haven't really sat down and written any new music lately, you know, and if you guys want to chime in, you know, but I just want to, you know, what is funny, because I'm trying to wait to the end of this broadcast to kind of say where we're at, but that's basically like the only thing that's on my mind. So I guess even if we speak about it now, we can just, you know, use the rest of the program to speak about why we decided. Let's do that. All right. Well, the truth of the matter is that like I said, DE is in a season, and we're actually decided to end the band. You know, not due to controversy, you know, but due to the fact that we're all in different places in our life. I mean, we had a wonderful run. It's been, what, 11, going on 11 years, wow. You know? And I mean, in those 11 years, man, we've done some amazing things, and we've seen God move extremely powerful through the ministry and even in our own lives. And like I said, you know, we, in those beautiful years, we experienced our ups and downs, and I think we had more ups and more times of just fun and blessings. But we've come to a point where we're a little more older, and God is doing something different, you know, in our lives. And we decided to kind of, you know, end the band. I think that's the proper way to say it. Not break up the band, but more just kind of end the band, you know. I mean, and God is already doing something incredible in Jason's life, you know. If you guys have never heard him sing, You know, Jason is singing now.
Uh-oh.
You
Is
know?
it set up for a song? No. Okay.
He thought he only
Just checking. Just checking.
I know, he thought he only was a screamer, but he sings now, and Manny's doing his thing with the you know, he just built the studio, you know, and I'm sure they'll be able to elaborate more on that later. But in terms of where we are, Fuel will probably be our last concert as DE.
So the band itself is coming to an end, but naturally the ministries continues, because I know everybody is part of a worship team or is working in music at the church or doing, like you said, other stuff on the side. Jay, you have a project you're working on now, which I remember the first time I saw it on Facebook. Wow, J. Cruz project, what's going on here? So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, basically it all kind of suddenly happened. You know, it wasn't a thing where, you know, what a lot of people don't know, and this is the kind of, as we continue this, you know, this interview broadcast, you'll find out that this is a decision that we didn't just recently make or harshly made either. You know, this is going on about a year now.
Wow.
That we've been making this decision, and we actually made the decision close to about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So this is more about us taking the break and praying on it and seeing what God was doing in our individual lives. Because at the time when we made this decision, we felt like God was tugging our hearts to go to explore what it was He wanted to do in our lives, but we didn't necessarily have direction quite yet, or, you know, God's direction, but not necessarily a clear path quite yet.
Right.
We didn't know what was at the end of that path, you know, and we, you know, obviously God is still working in us, but during that time, God just started pouring in me just a lot of music, a lot of worship songs, and so I'm doing something like, I wouldn't say a complete 180 from Doubledge, because I believe that the heart of Doubledge is still in what I'm doing, but it's 180 in terms of style of music. You know, I know people would probably expect me to come out with like a hard rock album or something like that. If they
Track one, just scream.
Yeah, just
Track two.
Exactly. So, but the truth is, I started writing worship songs, and I guess if I had to compare stylistically, it would probably be Hillsong United, Gungor type stuff. You know, if you guys don't know who that is,
Do your homework. Do your homework.
Do your homework. So I've been a little bit of rock in it, you know, but just worship. So the J. Cruz Project is just that, and I think that a lot of people ask me why I named J. Cruz Project, and J. Cruz obviously being my name, but Project mainly reminding myself of what it is. You know, for the last decade, I think that we can all tell you here, we've given our lives, man, our blood, sweat, and tears to this ministry, to ministry in general, and to the industry. You know, for if you're watching, if you're an up and coming artist, I mean, you can do things, but a lot of times you can't avoid that. You're gonna eventually have to deal with the industry. You know, music industry, and it's a tough industry.
Right, absolutely.
And sometimes you gotta jump through hoops, and you gotta do a lot of things, and it will, as it did many times to us, bring us down. You know what I mean? And we found ourselves sitting there on a laptop thinking, you know, this band made it, this band got signed, like, what about us, you know?
Right.
You know, and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, going into this thing, I wanted to remind myself that this was something that I wanted to glorify God with, and that's it,
Amen.
you know? And I didn't want to give it too much attention even in terms of priority. You know, I wanted to make sure it was in the right place in my list, in my priority list, you know?
Right.
So every time I hear J. Cruz Project, it reminds me, okay, see, it's not, you know, for you to go out there and focus on it completely. So it's been good. You know, I'm in the studio right now, and I can tell you what studio, but we'll talk about that in a few. And I got great people with me, great producers, great friends, great family who are supporting me. And so it's been good. So look out for that, J. Cruz.
I mean, that's good. And even before we talk to Manny, this being Rap Fest Radio, naturally we focus on hip hop, and the reason I brought you guys in is because of your recent appearances on songs like "Sea Lights in My City," which became an anthem like as soon as it dropped, and even now the "Go Misfits Go" video, which we're gonna see in a little bit. You know, I would sit back not knowing the inside story. It's like if I was in the chat room right now, my question would be like, dude, you guys are just hitting the top now. Like, you know, people are really starting to get to know you, at least on this side. You know, why stop now?
That leads into, basically, I wanted to just kind of come on off of what you were saying. I think it's and we've had that question posed to us. Man, you guys are like right there. You know, if you maybe another year and you'll break through and you get the record deal and all of that, you know. And I think what made it easier for us to kind of finally say it's time to end is the fact that we started this as a ministry. I think it was never our intention to create a band, you know. And I think you know, so when you create a band, you know, that's your priority. Hopefully you want to get signed,
Right.
You know,
That's your ultimate goal, basically.
yeah, the ultimate goal is to get signed, to get a record deal, because you're a band, and you know, you want to be able to play on larger places, larger stages, and nationally. For us, we started it as a ministry, and I think the members were all ministry-minded people who you know, who background was from the particular churches in the worship ministry, you know. And even with that, I you know, honestly, we even got caught up in the whole hype of, yo, we could probably get a record deal, you know, could this be happening? And we've even was in talks with Tooth and Nail, you know, until, you know, nothing came of that. You know, like
It happens. That's what you said.
know,
that's part of the music industry.
yeah. And but at the end of the day, you know, God just kept bringing back, like, you know, just the destiny over our lives, and we began to really figure out that, you know, even if we end the DE was not our identity, you know. Right. And you can get caught up in thinking like, yo, if this doesn't happen, you know, then I'm a failure. But it wasn't, because we started it as a ministry. We wanted to take a sound out of the church and bless a generation. And you know, honestly, I think we've had some influence and just, I don't know how far the influence has been, you know. I mean, I get emails from Australia saying, look, I heard the CD and we love it, you know, but I know that God used us for a specific season and to minister to specific lives. And at the end of the day, it's a lot easier to kind of step back from the DE and say we can end this. But like you said, the ministry still goes on, because the ministry is in him. There's a ministry in me, there's a ministry in him. And each one of these guys alone are powerful ministers, you know. So I know that we can all go off and do great things for God, you know. And that's what's beautiful about it. But for a season, we decided to get together and do something powerful and united.
I mean, even if you guys didn't get signed, you do, you know, sounds weird, like you do end your career with a pretty good accomplishments, if you ask me. I mean, on stage with Toby Mac and Skillet and Red and all these other names, you know, maybe for the hip hop heads, they're not sure what all those names mean, but in the rock realm, the Christian rock realm, that's like, yo, that's big. You know, so I mean, I know a lot of Christian rappers that wish they had a stage like half of that amount of kind of people, you know, that are really recognized. You know, so I know, you know, some people right now are like, oh man, I was waiting for that next CD. We posted online, Doubledge is gonna be here, and people are like, yo, DE rocks, I can't wait for them to go national, international, this and that. And I'm like, I'm sorry to break the news, but you know, naturally what's good about it is that the band ends, but they're still around. You know, it's not like they're done and just turning their back on everything. They're just, the band ends, but the ministries will continue. And think of it this way, now you might get 3 different projects instead of just one more project, you know. But you mentioned you were in the studio with someone. Manny's back there behind the piano today. Manny Frequency Productions. I hear you guys got a new spot, and tell us, you know, fill us in on what's going on.
Well, God blessed us with a spot.
Right.
Real good spot. I mean, high ceilings, everything you want in the studio, you know. And we built the studio from scratch. A lot of people have just blessed us with, like, either with finances or materials or with their service and helping. And it's just been crazy. It's been a real blessing. I mean, and I thank all of y'all, if you're listening, I thank you for your blessings, because we wouldn't have done it without you.
So what do you, I mean, are you focusing on any particular style in your studio for recording? Is it open to anybody, everybody? Is it private? What?
I mean, we could record rock or worship or contemporary worship or hip hop or R&B, whatever.
I mean, and again, you know, this is kind of like a video resume as well, because Manny produced almost the entire Jay Cabasa project, right? who else you've had. You've done tracks for Sea Light. You've worked with the In My City track, the Go Misfits.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, these guys, there's some powerful stuff here, you know. So sad to see Doubledge come to an end. Of course, you know, who wouldn't be if you're a fan? If you just like that one song, whichever song it is, you know, you're like, oh man, can't be. But the good thing is that's recorded, so you just download it somewhere and play it. You guys got to get that online so they can download it and buy it. You got it online? Is that CD online?
Which one?
The Doubledge. How many CDs?
Oh yeah.
It's still on iTunes.
Oh, it's still on iTunes. So go to iTunes, look up Doubledge. The CD is called Breakthrough. Download it. Some great stuff. Go to YouTube and look for stuff, or wait till this is done and play this first song over again later. But so what's the focus like? I want to go back to that meeting you guys had, and I wish Napo was here, but Napo had to work. Napo's the drummer. I wish I was in that meeting. Like, what questions came to mind? Was there any obstacles that you say, but what if? And what if, you know, I want to hear, because this could benefit some other bands or even, you know, rap ministries or any kind of group that's together that's maybe thinking, you know, we're all going different ways now, but, you know, still together but moving forward.
Right. I think it all kind of started, and this is really good for ministries with multiple people in it, you know, where you have not just multiple people, multiple families, and you're not, when you have Ephraim's in the band, but it comes with his wife, his 3 kids, you know what I mean? My kid, you know, Manny's family. These are multiple, you know, people.
It's not just 3 guys anymore.
Right. It's so much more than that. It all started off with a little bit of turmoil where we were like arguing. 10 years, never argued, you know, never had a problem. You know, we're on stage and all of a sudden, you know, things are not flowing the way. We're not agreeing on certain things, and it's becoming to the point where it's silly. And we sat down and we're like, well, what is wrong with us? Then, as we peeled the onion, so to speak, we started realizing there was a deeper issue, which was we were feeling a tug that that the timing was coming to an end. And then, you know, at the end of the day, we still love this ministry so much. I mean, we all worked so hard on not making it our identity, but the truth of the matter was, you know what I mean?
Ephraim of Doubledge,
yeah,
Jay of Doubledge,
exactly.
Manny from Doubledge. That's it.
I didn't do it. Every project I ever did was J Cruz of Doubledge, you know,
right,
or whatever it was, and so that was sort of my identity, and I was a huge part of my life, and so it was scary to know it was to even fathom that it could end, and so
right.
when we started realizing that, man, maybe God is just pulling on us a little bit, then it started changing things. Now we start asking ourselves questions like unrealistic questions, even like, yo, you know, Napo was like, what if somebody walked in here with $1 million right now, gave it to you, and said, go on tour, sign with, you know, blah, 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 record label, huge record label, all the money you want, but you're going to be on tour for 3 years, would you do it? And I think all of us were like, I don't think, you know, a year ago, yeah. Now, I don't know. I just don't feel that release, you know what I mean? Then it came, and, you know, it was questions like that. It was questions like, I don't know, like, you know, what do you feel? Like, all these answers that were different from where they were for some of us even a few months ago, before that meeting, or a couple of years before that. We were on the road a lot. For a band that wasn't signed, we played a lot of shows, a lot of big stages, from anything from the smallest stage to the Hammerstein Ballroom. You know, we played Hard Rock Cafe. We were on Daystar TV, Creation Fest, Rev Gen,
TBN,
TBN. We
Rock the Sound.
We were on Rock the Sound. We were regular with the Rock the Sound company. It just shows. I mean, it was funny because we had this meeting, and then all of a sudden, these episodes that we recorded like years ago were airing finally, and we're like, oh man, this is crazy. And so, but at the end of the day, what we pride ourselves in with this decision is the fact that we didn't listen to what our flesh wanted us to do. We were really asking God, what do you want us to do? So even at the end of that first meeting, we didn't necessarily make a decision. We sort of knew, but we didn't make that decision. We said, let's come back in a few months and let's pray about it. And we came back and we just knew, like, you know, it's time. You know, it's time. And we were a little more at peace with it because it was a scary thought to think, you know, I'm not doing this anymore. You know what I mean? What about all my equipment? You know, at this point we had like a trailer,
Right.
you know, packed full of everything from banners to, you know, cabinets and drums and all this stuff, and it was like all of it said Doubledge on it. It's like,
I had one of the banners there. I was gonna put it up. I was like, well, wait, it has the website. I don't. Are you guys doing this? You know what? Leave it down.
You got the website no more.
yeah.
But
Costs money.
But that's okay. You know, I think Ephraim said it well. It's seasons, and
Right.
even in our own ministry, sometimes you could be an usher for a few years and then move on and do something else. Not that you're getting better or worse, just moving on and doing something else. You know, and it's important naturally for you guys. I see it as a growth because being able, you know, because we worship at the same church and work together in a lot of different things, you can see the growth in the ministry beyond the music. You know, if I was coming from the outside, I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what they come up next, and just keep me posted, guys. You know, put me on your mailing list. But you know, being able to worship with you guys and just to hang out with you guys and see the growth spiritually and the maturity musically, because that's what kills most bands, the maturity, right? They come for that $1 million deal, regardless. They could be, I can hate you, but you know what? They're gonna sign us. I'll love you just for now until the $1 million runs out. Then we'll go fight again. You know, and that's a disservice to the listener and to the body of Christ. You know, so that's pretty good. What? You guys going to play another song, or you want to play a video? The show is yours. Whatever you want to do.
Let's play a song. Let's do one of our new song that we never released.
Here's a new song that was never released, so you're gonna hear it here first and last on Rap Fest Radio, exclusive.
Yeah, it's exclusive. This is called Plain and Simple.
You want it plain and simple, and you tried your best to make it clear. Now that you got it your way, you'd rather see it disappear. We weren't born that way, born to live a life. If lives depended on this, we'd rather die. So why can't we just be who we're called to be? Plain and simple. This is real life. This ain't make believe. So don't you get caught slipping away, slipping away, slipping away. Don't try to hide what's living inside of you. Christ will abide if he's abiding inside of you. And no compromising, and we don't care what they say, as long as they know that Jesus is the only way. So why can't we just be who we're called to be? Plain and simple. See, this is real life. This ain't make believe. So don't you get caught slipping away, away, away. And don't let this moment slip away. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't let it slip away. Don't let it slip away. Don't let it slip. Don't let it slip. Don't let it slip away. why can't we just be who we're called to be? This is real life. This is not make believe. So why can't we just be who we're called to be? See, this is real life, and this ain't make believe. Why can't we just be who we're called to be? This is real life, this ain't make believe. Oh, why can't we just be who He called us to be? Just plain and simple living for You, Lord. This is what we wanna do. This is what we wanna do. It's what we wanna do, Lord. Just be who You called us to be. Just be who You called us to be.
Nice. Don't stop the band. I'll tell you, yo. I mean, it's like a bittersweet type thing. You know, you don't want to see it end, but again, I'm looking at it as I'm expecting 3 different projects, maybe 4 if Napo comes up with like a percussion project or something. I don't know.
Napo's doing a lot of work.
I know Napo, and you're still keeping it kind of like in the family because I know you're working with Manny. Napo's helping you with percussion, so it's just a different.
Yeah, I think one of the main things is that even though we worked together, our influence on each other was so huge. Like,
right.
Ephraim's influence on me, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do it if it wasn't for his support or his, teachings throughout the last decade of my life. You know what I mean? And Manny's expertise, Manny's heart for worship. I don't know who to turn to. I've met so many great musicians, but it's like I can't use them. I know that Napo is the guy for the job. You know what I mean?
But and he knows you already,
right?
And they know you already, right. So it's easier because half of the battle when you're recording is getting somebody that understands your vision and knows you well.
Right.
Otherwise you got to sit for like 6 months and explain to them who you are, what you're about, what you want to do. Then it's too late. You forget the songs you're gonna record. But we have a question coming in from the chat room. Are there gonna be any free downloads of the new stuff? Everybody wants free stuff.
We actually started recording them, and if people really wanted, and there was a big, I guess, request for it, I think we would just go ahead and record them and put them out for free. There's only 2 tracks, right?
It's not even an EP, right? It's just an E. No, but
my album's gonna be free, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell it.
Bonus tracks, the 2 tracks you never heard from Doubledge.
with Doubledge music.
No. So J. Crew's project is going to be free. That's interesting. When are you looking to do that? I mean, I know you're just starting, kind of.
Yeah.
So is there no date in mind at the moment?
I don't really have a date in mind. Like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself or the people that I'm working with. But I'm thinking if because it went so smoothly already, it's going so smoothly, it could be as early next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might not put the pressure on trying to do it this year because there's so many things that I want to do along with releasing it.
Right.
It's impossible to try to squeeze all that in. There's a lot that goes into that stuff. But one thing I know is God gave me a vision, and I'm going to follow it all the way. And releasing it for free, I'm going to do it on Reverb Nation /jcruiseproject.com. It's going to be, you could either download the whole thing or individual tracks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. What I want to do is I want to go into this music video, Go Misfits Go. And I'll tell you one thing, I was talking about you guys' accomplishments. I got to say this, and y'all can send any hate mail come to me. I think you guys made it big when you have actors playing you on TV. Because when I saw the video, I know you guys are the ones playing the music there, and I looked at the video and said, that's not Jay. Wait, that's not Ephraim. I mean, that's not Manny. That's not Napo. And they did a good job.
That is Ephraim.
I mean, that was Ephraim. Yeah, that is Ephraim.
Look just like him.
They look just like
him. Why we stopping.
So
There's a lot of people out there that
Ephraim
look
started
like
his solo career first. He did the Sea Light video by himself, and he does the Go Misfits and stuff. So you see what's the misfit here. No, but I want to go into this video, and then we're going to come back. We got some more questions. The video's called Go Misfits Go, featuring Ephraim from Doubledge. No, and the rest of the guys, and much props to you guys, because you rock that track. You rock that track. Some people may know, some people don't know. Just I saw a quick video clip of Napo dropping drum tracks for that video. I mean, for that song. And I passed by the studio a couple of times when you guys were working on it. Great stuff. Hip hop won't be the same without Doubledge. But check it out right here. Go Misfits, go on Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. And we're gonna come back. We got some more questions.
As a misfit, this is first because I named Christ. Then I became a misfit when it surfaced that I shamed Christ. See, sometimes you bring it on yourself and you're to blame, right? Other times you're being labeled and the label ain't right. Jesus was a misfit, and this is how we gain sight. He showed us how to flip it and be misfits with a changed life. He gave us strong truth and gave us strong proof. You could be a misfit just for favoring the wrong group. The drags, you know, the ones that just sit on stoops in rags. Coolers clearly not their strong suit. The stained ones we'd always say don't know how to act. Hardly a wilder bag, twisted like a bottle cap. We might need a misfit to mix it up with this click. These are other misfits that Jesus loves to get with. Let's go, Matthew 28, Petro. Go till we cover the face of the globe. Freckles.
You did really don't compare. They talk about my clothes and hate on all my dreams. They never really know the pain that I've seen. They feel a little low. I'm high as Charlie Sheen. Walked in the blood,
now let's see just a little bit. Let's make it magical. Yelling out go misfit from Egypt to Mexico. New level Mexico to the uttermost parts of the earth. Up in the way we go. Better get out the way. Y'all get hurt. Forget the majority. Are the most common way to get it work. Submit to authority. You're the only real way to get it work. It's to Christ on your knees. Surrender your members to God. I tell you you're lucky. I only got 8 bars.
Can't forget it, the misfit is the menace. Misguided, we did it. Forbidden fruit, we bit it, bit it. I admit it, I did it. Before I did it, a critic I was admitted. Quick to sentence a judge, but I shifted, now I pivot just to strengthen my brothers. And all the compassion I felt, I want to give it to others. I'm so ready to feel the burn like a meat in the oven. And cold with the wild things, I'm in a position to love them. We in a position to love them and demonstrate Christ. Opposite the pictures depicted him as another religious icon. My God, resistant and rebel with an issue with the religious on the mission to rub them the wrong way and expose how ridiculous it was for them to think they were so much better than other sinners above them. No, now we stand as a picture of hope, screaming Christ is the misfit to know. Let's go. Oh.
That was Go Misfits Go here on Rapfest Radio featuring Doubledge, Ephraim on the hook there. And I heard this on the Truce album and it sounded a little different. Were there 2 different versions of this song out there?
2 different mixes.
Oh, 2 different mixes.
Yeah.
So which mix is which?
Like our mix, that from Frequency Production.
Oh, so the mix from the Truce album is from Frequency Productions. That's all your influence, whatever, and that this is somebody else's mix, whatever, for the video. All right, cool. But I mean, the song is hot.
Just like there's somebody else playing it.
Yeah.
It was just we honestly we missed a deadline that we didn't know about.
Oh,
and
okay.
We missed so our mix was originally supposed to be on the video and on the original album. But unfortunately, we missed the deadline. But Truth really liked our mix, and he decided to use ours.
Yeah, no, because I heard it, and you can tell a little difference. I mean, if you pay attention to the music,
value,
you know, overall, you just listen to it in passing, it's like, okay, cool. But you know, when you pay close attention, it sounds dope. Man, I have a question that came in here for Jay. What's up with that beard, Jay?
Who asked that? I want to address you personally.
I think it's someone with a P and a J in their name.
Let me tell you something, George. Your friend tugged my beard the other day. Okay, a pastor came up to me. I'm doing worship outside in the street.
Oh yes.
I forget where we were, East River Park or whatever.
That was funny.
This pastor comes up to me, and this is what I'm gonna use. Ephraim is me. I'm this pastor. Comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, nice to meet you. Tough guy, huh?" And tugs. I'm like, I'm a Santa Claus, son.
I was looking at
George is back here.
You saw. I turned around. I saw him going. I was like, awkward. I just turned around. I didn't want to go.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I stopped Doubledge, because I can't get it.
But you guys are crazy. Oh man.
That's what's
Now,
up with the beard.
any other questions about the beard? Let's go J Cruz project. Yo, did you guys do any other collaborations that are going to be coming out now that you basically done? Is this it?
That's
Was
it.
it just
Yeah, I think you know, the thing was with collaborations, we were very selective. You know,
Right.
we can say that now.
yeah,
We were very selective, and we had a lot of people who asked us, who wanted us to do things, but we just wanted it to be done. It wasn't always because it wasn't like personal, like we don't want to work with that artist. It was more sometimes the artist didn't have the budget. It's not so easy to go into a hole-in-the-wall studio and create what you heard on the Misfits track.
right.
You have to have a legit studio to have legit instruments on there, you know?
And it costs money.
It costs money. And so when the budget wasn't there, it was like, look, we want to do it, but we don't want to release something that doesn't really represent what we know we could put out as a team, you know?
Right.
Both from rapper or whoever it was we were collaborating with to us as a ministry. And so Misfits, we felt very comfortable with we had a lot of control over it, and we felt like this was the right time to do it. And then and initially we didn't have the list of people who were going to be on it. We literally made this track with 4 bars on it and sent it out. And then we got it back, and it was Molly and
The Truth Ambassador and all
Like,
that.
all right, you know, let's mix this thing.
Nice.
And Sean Simmons.
Yeah, Sean Simmons.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
That's cool. Were there any people in your 10 years of doing music? Was there anybody you wish you would have had a chance to actually do a track with?
No.
Not specifically.
Like people that we met, or like all.
No,
time?
just in general. Like, you know, I wish I would have done a track with Santana or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Nothing like that.
I think one of the things that we, like as you mentioned, we had a lot of accomplishments. I know all my personal accomplishments, other than doing it full time on the road, you know, at one point, were met. You know, I said I wanted to play some of the biggest stages. I wanted to play with Red, with Pillar, with Skillet, with Toby, and we did it all. You know,
Right.
And so, as far as you know.
And that was some good stuff. I was there for that.
Yeah, it was great experiences.
That was awesome. I was mad at hip hop. Did I tell you that? I was so mad because you go to a Christian rock concert, people paying $30, $40, $50, $60 a ticket to stand at a concert. It's raining outside. They're standing on line for an hour, some people 2 hours. They go inside and they're like a half a step away from passing out. They're so excited about every single ministry that popped up on stage. And you go to an event like Rap Fest, and you can't get 20 people excited for the Lord. You know, and I was mad at the hip hop artists. I was like, y'all can't rock tracks. You got to be a rocker to do this. And Christian hip hop fans are whack. We need, rock, because I'm like, what's the difference? I mean, naturally the music is at a certain level, but Christian hip hop got to step up their game too. So I think Christian hip hop might miss you guys when you leave, But they're still around. They're not dying, so. I'm sure if it works, call them up. And Manny, like I said, Frequency Productions, they got a full studio, active recording even right now. Jay Cruz is in the studio with them there, so hit them up. I'm sure you could get in contact with all of them. The Facebook fan page is still up, so for now you could contact all of them through there, and then they could lead you in. You guys have a website yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. So go to the Facebook fan page first. Get all the information through there. They'll direct you. Jay Cruz has a fan page already on Facebook, so I guess that's where you should start. Get a fan page as well. But they'll have all the information. All whatever Bert says. No, their information is up there on the Facebook page, so you make sure you get it. Can Ephraim do a freestyle singing? Rapping? They want you to rap. No.
Somebody trying to play me, man.
You're being punked right now. You're being punked right now. No, somebody. That's what it says. Can Ephraim do a freestyle? Rapping
freestyle?
Say Ephraim don't rap.
Yo, it's the last interview.
Let's just ride. I'm a freestyle right now. What's up?
No,
No, but off the top of my head, I need music.
No.
Really me hanging, son.
Go ahead, you do it. You do. Play something.
I need like some music.
It costs a lot of money.
If I freestyle, then you gotta freestyle.
No. This is your interview. I'm the host.
I don't even rap though. You should freestyle. Yo, he was a rapper even before we met him.
Yo, Manny also raps.
You did it on TBN.
Yo, you rapped on TBN. Yo, millions of people. This is like 40 people, bro.
I kind of freestyle, but it was like it was a freestyle, but more like a song of the Lord type freestyle. And that's what I'm saying. If they play music, it's not gonna be like a rap, but it just be like a singing freestyle.
Eat an F sharp, please. Eat an F sharp.
Yeah, just give me something nice, and I'll just flow. I need you, Jay. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Living for you, that's all I wanna do. Guess you brought me this far. Guess you brought me this far. And everything I have I owe to you. Guess you brought me this far. Guess you brought me this far. And I won't relent because you've never left my side. And I won't relent because you never left my side. As long as you abide in me, and I'll abide in you. Abide in you, you abide in me, I'll abide in you. 'Cause all that I am is already yours. And all that I want to be, it's already yours. And all that I am, all that I hope to be, it's already yours. And you, it's the freestyle. Yo, I'm living for Christ, never gonna die alone. 'Cause he's the one who'll be holding me down for the longest time. I'm never gonna give it up, because I'm never gonna get stuck. And even when the words don't come and flow in that gratefully, I'ma kick it because I know he's been great to me. And I'm breaking through barriers. That's how we gonna do. Yeah, that's how we get there.
I was waiting for that. I was like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. He was like right by the wall. Okay, do you regret that question now? Yeah,
that's my freestyle.
No, but that's cool, man. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out. And naturally, if you're going to the Fuel Conference, trust me, you're in for, I guess, a nostalgic performance. I don't know what you want to call it, because
we might mess up.
Nah, you won't mess up. Don't say that. You won't mess up. It'll be the last probably live performance.
And that's hard.
That's gonna be hard. Yeah, I'd never forget the last Storytellers performance we did. we knew it. We had done 3 shows that day. This was the 3rd show of the day. We started at about midnight for the 3rd show, doing a big Storytellers production over at Crossroads. And right before going on stage, Pastor Joe's gathering with us. We always used to pray for like a half hour and sing worship songs before going out. And he says, "Hey guys, we're done." I said, "What do you mean?" "No more storytellers. You know, the season is over. You know, we're gonna seek another direction." And we were like, "What?" That was like almost like getting fired. You know, it was like, "What? You're kidding me!" And when we went up there, we just gave our all to the point. The show ended with all of us like face down on the floor, just worshiping God. Like part of it was hugging the stage, like, "No, I don't want to go. You got to drag me out." But the rest of it was just like, you know, you're giving your all. You know, so I'm sure that people that are going to come out to that are going to be giving their all. You know, are going to get their all because they're going to be giving their all. Sammy says hi to everybody.
All right.
Little Sammy. Oh,
Hey,
Samantha.
Sammy.
Okay.
Samantha's a star. She's a star.
Yeah, she's a star. She's gonna be on TV. She was. Yeah. Is this Friday?
That's what I heard.
A gifted
Oh,
man.
the season starts. She's gonna be on A Gifted Man. Good for her. Look at that. You see. That's why you guys stopped Doubledge. So you could go with her. You got to
be home, yeah.
That's it. You got to be home. No, but
I want Manny to rap.
They want Manny to rap.
Well, see, you should have asked him. I think somebody just tried to clown me, but they was really.
This is the chat room. The chat room's asking questions.
Spiritual warrior.
Wow.
Close that chat room.
Close that chat room.
I have a feeling Pastor George.
Yeah.
Stop beef, yo. This stop beef.
He's logged in like 4 different names.
All right, block him.
But you know, I'm sure it's definitely not the end. You're gonna hear from these guys. They're gonna have a lot of music and different projects coming out. Just to say, go ahead, man.
Aside from the studio, I'm also gonna be working with a lot of you know him, Jay Cabasa.
Right.
We've been working on some tracks, and me and Apple will start helping him out live.
Oh, really? So Jay Cabasa, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. Jay Cabasa. His CD, All For You, is available everywhere. Has some beautiful artwork that was designed by this Puerto Rican dude from Rap Fest. Great stuff. And his project is out there. You could always check that out. Manny and Gabe from Frequency Productions produced, 98% of that project, I think?
One song.
Except, yeah. So, but they're also going to be performing with him live at some events. And I believe Manny's going to be at Flavor Fest this year as well, on the Friday morning doing worship, along with Elements with DJ Newman, Jay Cabasa, and some other people. I don't know exactly who.
2 other girls.
And 2 of the other girls.
Yeah.
So
CO and Melody.
Oh, okay. So if you're out there in Florida, or you're going to be there, you'll definitely see Manny out there. You could ask him more about the studio, Frequency Productions. And then don't forget, this Friday at Sanctuary Fellowship is the Bread Factory. We're going to have Jason from Lamp Mode Recording. This is his first time in New York, the St. Louis brother. His first time in New York City, and we have him here at the Bread Factory. It's going to be a free event. Also with us that day is going to be This Is Sick. You guys probably remember them from Rap Fest, and the night before Rap Fest, facing LMMC. They're both going to be there. It's going to be off the hook, and music is going to be provided by DJ Radical. Doors open at 7 o'clock. It's free. That's this Friday at the Sanctuary Fellowship, 1469 St. Peter's Avenue in the Boogie Down Bronx. Next week on the show, we have Pastor Jacob Burgai. He's a lead pastor of the event called Fuel Student Conference. So he's going to be here as well, sharing some more information about the conference and how you can get involved, and not for this one, maybe for next year and stuff like that. We're going to talk to him about that. Any other announcements? Am I missing anything? I think I got everything. We have another song that we could play to end, or you guys could do something live. That's what I love about having live musicians. That's dope. You guys can come every week if you want. You know, Doubledge finished, but they'll be here every week doing live songs that you never heard before.
We actually wanted to say, I'm sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
And and you can catch us in our local churches leading worship. Me and Jason attend the Sanctuary Fellowship, and Manny's at the Elements. You know, so I mean that's where we came from, and you know, and that's what our heart has always been, and our passion has always been to just usher God's people into His presence. So you know, every Sunday we're there, just leading worship at our local churches, and I think that's what gives us the foundation and the stability that we have, is that we're in strong ministries, and we do have a covering. We've always had a covering. We were never trying to do our own thing, you know, but we were always under a covering, and always under prayer, under covering of prayer, know that we did. So I just want to thank all of, whoever watching, whoever supported us, just thank you. People, who helped open doors for us, just thank you. Like I said, I mean, Doubledge has come a long way. I remember we started in the living room in my house, and we used to practice there.
Wow.
We want to thank Freddie Nieves for, he started the band with us, and the Nieves family, they held us down for some years, man, and even still, and our families, my wife, I apologize for that rap,
Your wife is a Christian hip hop veteran, so
my wife, that's right, it's hip hop royalty there, and my kids, it takes a lot of support, and you gotta have support from your family to be able to do this kind of ministry for 11 years, and I'm thank God that we're ending, but we're still brothers and we still love each other. And you know what? If we decided, after this interview, you want to rock, I think we would all be cool to let's just continue it. But that's how confident we are in the season where we at with God and in the shift that God has made in our life. So just want to say thank you, man, to for the prayers, Etna Cruz, for the prayer, for Josiah, for everybody who ever supported us, for Jennifer, for your wife, for
Grateful Apparel,
for Gabe, for everybody who ever supported us, who really loved the ministry. Elvis, son, Grateful Apparel.
Grateful Apparel.
For these beautiful shirts.
Well, now he has 3 projects to support.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
there
right.
you go.
That doesn't mean that
no, I can't do it.
That doesn't mean that the free gear stopped coming.
You heard that, Ray? They still need the shirts. They still need the shirts.
Clear,
Is this thing on?
Special shout out to Ray.
Yo,
just,
for
just
sure.
had a baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations,
Baby
to
Grateful.
His wife, baby Grateful, and to happy birthday to him as well, and to Napo. It was Napo's birthday this past week. So.
Napo baby. And I want to say happy birthday to my son Wesley. Tomorrow he's gonna be 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amen. Yo, that's.
Sing Manny Rap. Stop playing.
Pastor, it's time to go, Pastor.
They want you to rap.
Who is that?
It's not PJ, somebody else.
Real quick. Release your word within me. The beef in heaven hits me and motivates to disintegrate the flesh within me. But you see past the nitty and offer grace, not pity, and give us power to touch hearts throughout the city. But chill, how could we handle your mission if we can't keep ourselves out of trouble? Angels and demons rumble while Christians stumble. We search for the lost, but we fall, holding our heads high before the Lord. Now we should be shaken in fear, in reverence, repentance. God, I surrender. The day you saved me, I remember. So still flowing in your love, blanket our hearts, consume our minds. Reveal your truth, let your spirit move in the perfect time.
There you go. There you go.
That's what I wanted
Spiritual
to say.
warrior.
That's what I was trying to say.
He sounded just like you, actually. I thought it was you for a second there. It's like, yo, that's E. No, but again, we're excited to see what the Lord is going to do through you guys individually. As time goes by, and we'll promote it now. October 2012, the comeback tour. No, I'm kidding. Doubledge comeback tour. Some bands do that. They break up on purpose and then just come back in 2 years and sell out stadiums and stuff. That's not happening.
Like Ethan said, man, we're not.
Yeah, that's not the deal.
That's not out. That's not totally out of our. We don't believe that this is a complete end of this season. We just know that God's doing something different. So if He brings us back and whatever, then we get to play.
Like we
clubs again.
Yeah, we
start all over.
No, I'm not doing it. But
I gotta say thank you to our pastors and at the Sanctuary Fellowship, because we spent a lot of hours and a lot of electricity, and they never asked us for a dime, man, and we're grateful for that, because that album, most of that album was mostly recorded at the church, and we stood there hours and hours. They never asked us for a dime, in electric bills. And
well, that's coming now, though.
The
bill is in the mail. No, but that's cool, man. And it's good to have a pastor that supports you. Many times we speak to orphan rappers. They have no church, no pastor. They just rocking, and we talk to them. So, how's your church? How's your pastor? I say, I don't really go to church. I just read my word. It's like, okay, but accountability is big, so that's good. I think we're done then. So you guys are not going to do live. We're going to go to the video. I have Stay Together that was recorded on one of the TV networks that you guys went to do a video interview at.
Yeah.
This one's featuring Larry on the drums. This was in Nashville, was it? I think it was in Nashville.
This was in
Dallas.
Texas.
In Texas.
This was on Daystar TV. I gotta set this video up because
go ahead.
It's not like a regular DE song. This was a song that I wrote out of from a child perspective of divorce. So it's one of our, you know, it's a serious song, but I believe that it's a deep meaning because a lot of time, you know, kids experience divorce and they think that they're the blame, you know, for it. So I'm saying, I don't know if you want to end with that. You know,
I mean, that's fine because, I mean, it's just, exactly. Why not? It's a knockout punch, right?
But maybe it's
somebody
a song
out there
that's
might
gonna
need
bless
that. Somebody out there might need that. And we are going to end with this. So here you go live on Rap Fest Radio. This video is called Stay Together. Well, the song is called Stay Together, recorded live at Dallas Daystar in Texas. Rap Fest Radio. Don't forget, join us next week, Monday, 8 p.m. We'll be here with Pastor Jacob, talking more about the Fuel Conference. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter, Rap Fest Radio, or join our fan page on Facebook, Rap Fest. We got over 6,000 people. I don't know who they are. But thank you, Lord. Peace. God bless. See you guys next week.
This song is dear to my heart. It's called Stay Together.
Time can never erase the memories of those days in my mind. They linger, still linger. This home is now an empty place. No one accepts the blame. Only pointing out the fingers, the fingers. No, we couldn't stay together. Whatever to forever. Even though we tried, we couldn't make it better. Whatever to forever. Lies now replace the truth, the innocence of you. Been corrupted by the system, this system.